Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with our next lesson, which is gravitation. Yes, already I think you would have come across with this gravitation. So in this gravitation, we are going to see with first how this solar system was described. First, it is said to be a geocentric model. What is meant by a geocentric is geo means what? Earth. Okay, and so first it was said that the earth to be the center and all the planets including the sun and the moon, all the planets were revolving around the earth. This was said as a first model. Okay, and it was discovered by Ptolemy. Okay, Ptolemy the scientist, whose full name is Claudius Ptolemy, a famous Greco Roman astronomer. Okay, and he developed a theory to explain the motion of celestial objects like Sun, Moon, Mars, and the Jupiter. This theory was also called as a geocentric. Why it is called as a geocentric? Because according to the geocentric model, the Earth is at the center, and all the celestial objects such as Sun, Moon, and other planets are revolving around the Earth. Okay, and Ptolemy's model closely matched with the observations of the sky with our naked eye. So when we are seeing with our naked eye with to the sun also, we can just see that all this were revolving, the sun and the earth and all that. But later the astronomers found that Ptolemy's model successfully explained the motion of sun and the moon to a certain level, but the motion of Mars and the Jupiter could not be explained. So how the Mars moves, how the Jupiter moves, that is not being explained with the help of this model, Ptolemy's model. Okay, so this model of geocentric became a failure. Clear? Then next came the heliocentric model. So according to heliocentric, so heliocentric is sun to be at the center and all the planets were revolving around the sun. Okay, and this was said by Copernicus. Nicholas Copernicus proposed a new model called as a heliocentric model, in which the sun was considered to be at the center of the solar system. All the planets including the earth orbited around the sun in the circular orbits. Okay, and this model successfully explained the motion of all the celestial objects. Okay, so first one is a geocentric model, next one is a heliocentric model. Then next is we are going to see with the Kepler's law. So in this Kepler's law, we have basically the three laws, okay, which also says about the moving of the Earth and the other planets around the Sun. The first law is the law of orbits. So what is the law of orbit? Is each planet moves around the Sun in an elliptical orbit with Sun at one of its foci. So all the planets will be moving around the Sun, and that moves in a elliptical orbit. So before this, we have seen that Copernicus has said that it moves in a circular orbit, but here Kepler has just described that it moves in the elliptical orbit. So it moves in an elliptical orbit with sun at one of its foci. So ஏதாவது ஒரு ஃபோக்கஸில் சன் வச்சுட்டு தான் இந்த எந்த பிளானட்டாக இருந்தாலும் மூவ் ஆகும் அப்படின்றது தான். ஓகே, then the next point is the point which is nearer to the sun. So this is a sun, is not? So the planet which is nearer to the sun, then that is called as a perihelion. Okay, and if it is far away from the sun, it is called as a aphelion. Okay, so this is called as a perihelion and this is called as a aphelion. Okay, so then next is about the semi-major and semi-minor axis. Major axis is denoted by A and the minor axis is denoted by the letter B. Clear? So that is what we see in this. The closest point of approach of the sun, that is called as a perihelion, and the farther point is called as what? Aphelion. And the semi-major axis is what? A, and the semi-minor axis is B. Okay, but Copernicus and Ptolemy considered the orbits to be circular, but Kepler just discovered that the orbits were elliptical. Okay, so this is a first law. Next one is Kepler's second law, which is law of area. So what is the law of area? Is the radial vector. So what is meant by a radial vector is the line joining the sun to the planet. So if you are joining any line from the sun to any planet, then it sweeps out equal areas in equal intervals of time. So however the planet moves, it has equal areas, and here also If it is moving here, so it covers with the equal areas and equal intervals of time. So equal intervals of time is 1 day or 1 year or 1 month, whatever it is. So it takes with the equal intervals of time. Okay, so that is the second point. The radial vector sweeps out equal areas in equal intervals of time. So this is a diagram which represents about the motion of planet around the sun. So when you consider here, so these are the position of the planets, and in this is a radial vector and this is the area. Okay, so when you see the area, both the areas are equal, and when you see the time, this is also taking 1 month and here also it is taking with 1 month. Okay, so area is also equal and time is also equal, so it covers equal areas in equal intervals of time. Clear? So the white shaded portion is the area, as I've told you, that is the area. And the planet around the sun, since the sun is not at the center of the ellipse, it is not at the center exactly அப்படின்றதுனால the planets travel faster when they are nearer to the sun. So whatever planet which is nearer to the sun, it travels in a faster way, and whichever is far away, it moves slower, so that it is able to cover equal areas in equal intervals of time. Clear? So next also represents the diagram which says with each and every month. Okay, and so this is the area covered. Okay, so when you see this for December and January, so for each month. Okay, so this white portion gives the area covered. So for whatever month it is, we can say that all the areas are equal, areas will not change in this. Clear? So the third one is law of periods. So what is the law of periods? Is the square of the time period is directly proportional to the cube of semi major axis. Okay, so what is the time period? Is time period is denoted by the letter t, and square of time period is t square, that is equal to what? Cube of the semi major axis. Semi major axis is a, and the cube of semi major axis is a cube. Okay, so t square is proportional to a cube. So that is the second law, that is, sorry, third law, which is law of periods. Square of the time period of revolution of planet around the sun is proportional to the, directly proportional to the cube of semi major axis of the ellipse. Clear? And so it can be written as t square proportional to a cube. Now to remove this proportionality, you'll be introducing a constant, is it not? So this can be written as t square is equal to some constant into a cube, is it not? Now bring this a cube down, so we get t square by a cube is equal to constant. Okay, so this is the equation for the third law. Clear with this? So t is a time period of revolution and a is a semi major axis, and the physically this implies that the distance of the planet from the sun increases, the time period also increases. So distance between any planet and the sun, if it is being increased, so increase at a pochu அப்படினா time period also increases. Okay, so that is the third law. Clear?